Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome back to the channel. My name is Prosec and this is UKSG Green for 2024, bringing you the one and only Tombo, with commentator Sly Sonic, just added there, bringing us Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Let's waste no time, let's get right into it, go ahead.
Hello UKSG, how's it going? I am TomboD99, with me I have...
I'm Sly Sonic, hi.
We are just going to go straight into the run. This is no LTS, so it's like the most popular category of the game. It's kind of like an any % without any too major glitches or skips. We're a little bit behind, about an hour, so we're just going to go straight into it. So time starts when I press OK. So I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's get it.
Alright, so this is Guys of Rock. This is a little bit of a training level in the game. So these are power cells. These are what we need to get past certain checkpoints in the game. We need to collect 72 of these to make it through Lava Tube. So yeah, there's quite a few of those to get. The next thing you'll see me collect is these Scout Flies. There are 7 of these in every level. And for every 7 we collect, we get a power cell. It's so early in the morning. Another thing you'll see me collect are these orbs. Now, we are going to be using these orbs as a sort of currency to buy cells. So we buy 6 cells in the run total. Each one costs 120. So maths is not my strong suit at 10 to 5 in the morning. So I'm going to let Sly work that out as I continue to run the game.
Oh, God.
No. Oh, that was so dangerous. Okay.
Oh, okay, we survived.
That's the biggest fear of any runner, is falling down there in a run. I'm going to play that safe now, and that was so nearly so. All right, that is Geyser. We just now need to jump down and go through a portal.
360. I figured it out. It was 360 orbs.
No, it's not, because we need 6.
Yeah.
So 600 and 720. 720.
720?
Yeah, you need double it. We need double it. Okay, it's okay. It's 5 in the morning. The math is hard. All right, so I'll do a quick little thing here. So the main movement in this game, so this is like a platformer, collectathon. So basically what we're going to see me do a lot is punching and then roll jumping. That's the quickest movement in the game. There's also uppercuts, high jumps. There's a lot of cool movement that you'll see me do at different points, and I'll explain some of the more harder stuff as I get to it.
Yeah, the animation system in this game is really smooth, so all of your moves just like continue in one flow, so it sort of makes this punch roll jump chain really optimal, and it works out really optimal for movement.
Right, so the game is broken up into 3 hubs plus like the ending level. So this is hub 1 that we're in just now. It's got 3 levels in it, plus the main hub area, which is what we're in just now, Sandover Village. So what we're going to do is we're just going to collect a few Scout Flies. Going to do a couple of roll jumps just to save some time, get in and out of these huts without bonking into the doorways as much as I can. Those are yak cows. You're supposed to herd them, but they're slow, so we don't do it because there's 101 power cells in the game. Like I said, we only need to collect 72 by the end of Hub 3 to complete the game. So that's what we're going to do. So we want to skip the more slow cells. Speaking of slow cells, though, what we're about to do is the fish minigame, which is incredibly slow, but we need it to unlock a level in the game. So fish is one of the main RNG parts of the run. It's the only RNG really level in mini game. Basically, there's fish. We need to catch them. Some weigh a pound, some weigh 5 pounds. We need 200 pounds total. It's RNG. How many 5-pounders you get, and there's also eels which are like poisonous, and if you catch one, it's game over, and I will never live it down. But I won't catch an eel.
Surely not.
I won't catch an eel.
Not today.
Not today.
There are 2 types of good fish to catch.
So here's the fisherman explaining the game we just explained.
Yeah. So this is a great time for any messages because I'm just going to be catching some fish. So yeah. Go for it.
Absolutely, yes, I can do so. We've built up quite a stack here, actually. We have from Big Mac, $15, saying, good luck with the run, Tombo. Kill the animals. As expected, that has gone towards save or kill the animals, towards kill the animals. Slightly closing that gap, which I did calculate as 55, so that's now down to quick maths, $40 gap.
That was quicker maths than us earlier, so well done.
It's because I had a calculator up, Tombo.
Oh, that's just cheating!
And then from Disturbed Freak, we have $30. No message, but that has gone towards Grand Theft Auto 3. Any percent upgrade to Titan Vice. Thank you very much to everyone who's been so generous so far.
So I was speaking about it today, but this is the second time that there has been fishing at UKSG this event after the Super Bass Pro that was on earlier. We are catching significantly more fish, but his game, Fuzzy's game, was a lot cooler.
That is true. Fuzziness never stood a chance. We're catching 200 pounds of these fish. How much fish did Fuzziness catch in his run?
I can't remember. Not 200 pounds worth though. So the fish is broken up into like sections. So we had the first 4 there, where we caught like 130-ish, which is decent. It's not great, but it's not the worst I've ever had. And then we have this phase here, which is called Eels phase, which is mostly eels. And then if you're lucky, you'll get some 5-pounders sprinkled in about. We weren't too lucky. But this is final phase, and we're getting a bit lucky there with those 5-pounders. So we're as the fisherman has said, we are nearly there. And yeah, that's 200. Nearly. Just ending on a 1-pounder is always annoying. You want to end on 95 and then 5-pounder for the optimal. So here, one of the cool things we can do during these cutscenes is we can move the camera. So right now I'm holding right, which is going to move the camera around so that I can point it where I want to go. So yeah, so we're going to make our way through this level. I was trying to roll jump there, but it just didn't work. Trying to collect as much as we can. Orbs in the first hub are really important because we need 240 by the end of the first 3 levels. I just completely missed the doorway there. That's really annoying. So one of the things you'll see, I have this blue energy around me. This is Eco. One of the abilities in this game that Jak has is the ability to use this Eco to he channels Eco. There's lots of different types of Eco. I'll explain it as we see it. The first 2 that you've seen so far, green Eco, that's our health. So if you collect enough of the green Eco, we get an extra little health point. And then blue Eco, which is what I've got now, basically lets Jak move faster, and orbs and scout flies will like magnetize to him. So they're really good for these little levels where you've got tons of little orbs floating about, and it's quicker just to get blue Eco to collect them rather than getting them all individually. I just messed that up. That's fun. There we go. Just a little skip here so we don't have to go inside, but I messed it up because I'm bad. So now we don't have blue Eco, so I'm moving slowly and I don't like it. So these little platforms here, these get activated when you have blue Eco and you step on them. So we're just going to make our way up this temple here that is in FJ. Collect all the scout flies as we make our way up. Try not to ledge grab because ledge grabbing is slow, but there we have to. Alright, so we're just going to make our way into Temple. Temple has the first boss of the game. There's like 3 bosses. We skip one, we fight this one. It's a plant boss. You have to defeat it to leave Temple. Temple's really cool. It's got some really nice movement if you can actually see where you're going. Temple's really nice. It's got some really cool movement. I'm going to ignore that just happened.
What happened?
Just kind of no, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's all about kind of timing your roll jumps just to make it onto the platforms so you know where they're going to be. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're just making our way through, collecting power cells, collecting orbs, collecting Eco. So this is the blue Eco switch. Basically what this does is there's these vents all throughout the game that shoot out blue Eco. But they were closed until we hit that button. So it's really important that we get that cell because it allows us to get the Eco in other points of the game. And then this is Plant Boss. There's a cool little strat that I'm about to do here. I'm going to roll jump across this gap. hopefully don't die. Hit into this, get damaged, and then hopefully hit him really quickly before he does a bite. Yeah, that's really nice. It's bike skip. So now this phase, he has 3 phases. We're basically going to wait for these little green guys to be vulnerable, kill them, and then that makes him go into his vulnerable state, and we'll just take him out really quick. So one of the most important things in FJ was that I didn't lose any health up until this moment, because both of the strats in this boss, you need to lose health, and you only have 3. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take damage off these spikes so that I can grab this blue eco faster. Jump on his head, that gives me an orb, grab the cell, and then we're just going to use this jump pad here that you can only use when you've got blue eco to leave temple. And now we're going to do a high jump here. I'm not going to do a high jump there. Basically, if you roll jump and then as you land jump, you get a higher jump than you normally would. It's all about timing, and my timing is terrible. Yeah, so that's FJ. We're done with that now. I'm going to do a quick boosted. I'll explain what boosteds are right now. So basically, if you slowly walk off a ledge and do an uppercut, you get one that has really... You go far, basically. You go a long distance. So right now, I am save loading. So I basically made myself get to Sandover Village, and then there's only 1 checkpoint in Sandover. So if you save and load... you go all the way to the start of the level, and it puts us closer to Misty. I'm going to explain boosters a little bit better when we come up to another one, because I feel like I did a terrible job there, and I don't want Jak people to shout at me after this. So this is Misty Island. This is the next level of the game. This is why we had to do fish, is so that we could gain access to this boat. Misty is like a really tough level when you're first starting out, and like me, if you've been doing it for 3 years, it's still pretty tough. There's just a lot of enemies, and there's a lot of cycle-based stuff that you need to kind of get to at a certain point, and if you make mistakes, it can kind of mess with you. This is Muse. I caught Muse.
Let's go.
Oh, it's so stressful. Don't clap. Don't clap. Don't clap. Thank you, Flo. Thank you. That's really easy, but I always find a way to mess it up. I'm going to do a quick high jump up here, get the eco, do extended boosted, and then roll jump over here, grab this stuff. So yeah, so I wanted to do everything as quickly as I can, so I can make this cycle of enemies that are coming up. If I take too long, or if I take damage, or I die, I'll basically have to do a slower cycle called Death Cycle, where I die just before it, so that I know exactly where all the enemies are going to be. I'm moving the camera here again. I'm going to try and kill this enemy so he doesn't hurt me. Yep. Going to get this cell down here. This is basically, normally what you would have to do casually is defeat a lot of enemies, and then that would let stairs come up so you can get to here, but we're just going to come from above instead. This is a pretty difficult roll jump here that we're going to try and clear this gap with. I got it, very nice. That's a lot more difficult than it looks. I didn't think I was going to get it there, actually. We're going to use this eco to get an orb vent that's coming up. These orb vents, you need blue eco to open them, and they have a lot of orbs in them. I'm going to try and go for fast cycle right now, because I think I might make it. I'm not sure, though, but, you know, it's a marathon. We're going to try and do the fast strats. I just had I'm not going to get it, but, you know. As I said, I was going to go for it. 2 things went wrong, so that's always fun. So basically, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and make our way up this sort of... what would you call this? Bridge? I've just taken so much damage. It's really annoying. I'm probably not going to make it now. We're going to try and make our way up this bridge quickly to get this scout fly. And then... no, we missed both of them. That's fun. That's just because I took some damage there. And then I missed that one as well. This is really fun. I should have just gone for Death Cycle. I might still get a chance to go for Death... No, okay. It's fine. So that went about as badly as it possibly could have. Yep, because we missed him as well. Basically, don't do what I just did if you want to be good at this game. So this is the zoomer. You're going to see this. I've only got 1 of these lurkers, and I should be done with them. This is the zoomer. This is the vehicle that we have in this game. Basically, you're going to see it in a couple of levels. All right, so I'm going to do some backups here. I'm going to get this guy here, and then these 2 are just coming down now. So I'm going to grab them. So these guys can be really annoying because they're on like a set paths, but these paths take them up and over, so you can't get them sometimes when you're on the zoomer. That's why I was going to try and get them while I was on that bridge up there. But it's okay. This is why we have a buffer of an estimate. So this guy's just coming. This is the last guy now. I completely misread where he was going, and he's gone past me. And that's the last one. And then we get this cell here.
Hooray.
So we're just finishing up Misty now. That's kind of the end of it. We've got a couple more cells to get. And one of them is quite difficult. It's quite a difficult boosted that we have to do. So I'll explain it in more detail coming up. As I get off the zoomer, if I quickly uppercut, I should be able to get up here at the ledge grabless. I didn't do it. I need to stop speaking until after I've done them. There's an enemy here that we want to kind of stay away from because he can like be really annoying with our mess up our movement because he shoots like these. Do you call them fireballs? Just kind of like mud balls. I don't know. He shoots a projectile at us and it's really annoying.
Unidentified form of projectile.
Yeah. So this is the boost coming up. It's the last cell in Misty. We would normally get blue eco and use that platform to get it casually, but we're going to do a booster. We're going to walk off. Get that. Nice. Yeah, there we go. That's good. So if you just walk off slowly, do an uppercut, it gives you a lot of momentum and it allows you to cover greater distances. I just did another one there just to get closer to the boat. Alright, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. Apart from the lurker, the balloon lurkers, that was not too bad. I caught the Muse. That's the most terrifying thing. If you miss the Muse, he's on like this big long circle he runs on, and if you miss him, it's just a little bit embarrassing. So we have to give him back to the sculptor in a little bit, which we'll do after the next level. So the next level coming up is Sentinel Beach. It's one of my favorite levels in the game. There's not a lot of big strats in it. It's just fun movement, which I really enjoy. We're gonna grab this scout fly down there because I have memorized where it is. There's a lot of movement in this game, like the spacing. I know exactly. Like I know that is 4 roll jumps away from the last scout fly. I just know that for some reason. Who knows why?
I don't know.
For no reason.
I don't play this category enough to know about any of these small things.
Yeah. Fun fact: the hardest category in this game is actually any % because of the skips. There's barriers. Like I said, there's barriers that you need cells for, and to skip those barriers are 2 really difficult tricks that I've never done. But Sly here has only done those.
It's the only thing I know about this game. I just know the any % route.
So we're going to climb up this lighthouse here. We got a standpoint at the top of that window eventually that allowed us just to make our way up this lighthouse. And then we're going to... You saw that Pelican steal one of our cells, but we're going to go no Pelican, shoot him with a cannon, which kills him. Kill all the animals. So we don't have to worry about him anymore. And yeah, we're just going to make our way through Sentinel Beach. There's quite a few fun little cells that we get, some fun movement. There's not much to discuss, so if you've got any messages, now's a good time.
Funny you should mention about the animals. Yes, I do want to just push that one more time because our next run is indeed the Super Metroid run by Crazy Al. And for that there is of course the Save or Kill the Animals goal, which is currently sat at $205. Save the Animals is in the lead at $150. Kill the Animals is trailing behind, but it is far from insurmountable. I believe we can do this.
I believe it. And I think we can hit 2K by the end of this run. I think that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
I think that is quite possible
That'd be quite
indeed.
fun.
Yes, because we are a mere $30.50 away from that being met. I think that can be done. I think that can.
I think it's
very much be
doable.
done.
That's doable. Come on,
That is
guys.
well doable.
Get donating.
Get donating, people. All right, back to the run.
So yeah, so that's where the Pelican should be, but obviously we've killed him with a cannon. Normally you'd have to do you would hit him, and then you would have to do a race, but slow. So we just kill him instead.
It's so funny how you can just kill him with the bomb.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's obviously it's an intended strat to do, but I had no idea you could do it until I started speedrunning this game. So these are the blockers that Samus, who was the old guy that we saw at the start that wanted us to get. That was pretty good. So we just had to break the blocks off of them to allow the green eco, which is the health eco, out. Now another scout fly, which I know exactly where it is, so I'm going to ground pound it. And then, oh, I love that movement.
Beautiful.
Lovely movement. So we're just gonna finish up this level here. Like I said, there's not a lot like strats or anything in it. It's just fun movement, roll jumping in the precise places, high jumping, getting as much as I can, getting as much orbs as I can to buy 2 cells after this level. Trying not to let these enemies kill me because they want to. So this is the Flutflut egg. This is going to be really important later. This gives us this kind of big bird animal, Flutflut, that we'll be riding later, which helps us do some fun little strats and fun little exploits to get out of bounds and stuff. So it's really important that we get this cell. Like normally we would skip cells that have these cutscenes at the end of them, because obviously cutscenes are slow. But we need Flutflut to do a lot of stuff later on. So it's worth it. It's very, very worth it. He's a lot of fun. So yeah, we've only got a couple more cells to go. We're zooming through Hub 1 here. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
It is. I don't remember the specifics, but am I correct in saying you get the majority of cells early on, and then late game you sort of like pad out your cells a bit more?
It's not really. It's just I think that the cells are a lot easier to get in Hub 1 than they are in the future hubs, and also like a lot of like Hub 2. There's a few that are like locked behind cutscenes and stuff that we just don't want to do because they're just slow. So that's us done with Sentinel Beach. What we're going to quickly do is we're going to give back the Muse to the sculptor here.
The sculptor we never met.
We never met. We didn't know that he wanted the Muse. We just felt it. We just kind of vibed it, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of these cutscenes you're seeing are like the final cutscenes. Like there's cutscenes to start that tell us what we should be doing, but we don't need to watch them to do it, so we just skip watching those cutscenes. So yeah, so like I said with buying, I need to have a lot more orbs than I currently do. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're just there. I was 3 orbs short from where I needed to be, because we need to have 240 to buy these next 2 cells. And I hadn't been watching my cell count, which isn't good. So we're gonna get these last ones here. I'm gonna do a quick little boosted up to go here, and this is the Oracle. So he's who we'll be buying cells from throughout the run. Like I said, they cost 120 orbs.
Yeah, there are NPCs around the hubs that sell orbs for 90 or sell cells for 90 orbs. But they have very, very long cutscenes. But the Oracle gives us nice quick cutscenes to buy power cells with.
Yeah, they're a lot shorter, and you don't have to. Normally, you'd have to watch like 2 long ones if you wanted to buy the 90 orbs. But here we just have to watch 2 short ones, so it is a lot quicker. There's been different variations of routes that have like they don't have the Oracle cells, they have other ones, and they have different. But it has been found that it's just quicker to do these. I'm gonna bonk on everything there, which is fun. I'm gonna do a quick boosted roll jump. No, I'm not. Come on, it keeps eating my rolls. One fun thing you might see coming up is the way that there's no loads in this game. Which is something really cool. Levels kind of load in as you're getting towards them. One way the game stops you from getting to a level that's not loaded is it makes you trip, which you might see. Oh no, it didn't happen. So he'll trip as he's going into a level to allow the level to load. This normally doesn't happen to people, but I have a very, very old PS2. I have like the fattest PS2 that has ever lived, and it's very bad, and it loads in very slow, so I trip in places where people don't believe I should be tripping.
I have seen it. He has tripped like 5 times on this thing, entering Fire Canyon.
So this is the first like sort of checkpoint. We needed 20 cells to fuel our heat shield to allow us to travel through here. So basically this is just a nice long zoomer level where we're going to collect all the orbs, flies, and then that'll give us all the cells as well. So if you have any messages, now's a great time.
Fascinating, you should say. Yes, so you may remember that we were, what was that, $55 short of the, save the animals being beaten out? Well, there is a donation here from a certain Anakiyami who donates $55 and
Woo!
says, we need to kill the animals to save the frames. The schedule must catch up. And that has all gone, of course, towards that goal, tying it to the dollar. A single cent could make it. Do you have a strong opinion? Because your time is now. It is now or never, because that run is coming down quick.
And we hit 2K! Woo!
Hey,
yeah!
Yes, we did. 2K. Congratulations.
Let's go.
And thank you very much to everyone who has helped us reach this goal. Now, let's see how this pans out.
And so yeah, that was Fire Canyon. That was fun.
Fire Canyon, my love. I
You love
this
Fire.
level.
You really like Fire Canyon? Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so next we're gonna do is a really cool trick. This is the first big cutscene skip of the game. So basically, what you're gonna see me do after I collect our little scout fly up here is I'm gonna do something called a pause buffer, which is when I bring the HUD and pause at the same time, which I just did there. I'm gonna hit a button that would normally start a cutscene, but because I buffered the pause, it starts after the cutscene would play. The pause happens after the cutscene would play. So I'm going to save load, which will put me outside the hut. I'm going to pause buffer again, roll away, and that has basically allowed me to skip a full like couple-minute cutscene. I'm going to do a really cool boosted there to get the scout fly. That was sick. And so basically, there's a little bubble around the around that hut now, and if Jack or the camera gets close to it, the cutscene will still play. That cutscene is still like possible to play.
Yeah.
Which is why I pause buffered after I'd loaded as well. That was just to get out of the sort of bubble of death that will happen if I have to watch that cutscene.
Yeah.
So
We
that,
don't. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go.
I was just gonna say we don't actually skip that cutscene per se. We just avoid it for the
Yeah.
rest of the game now. So.
So now we don't want to go anywhere near it. You'll see me avoiding it later on after this level. So this is Precursor Basin. This is like the biggest zoomer level in the game. The main goal that we have here is collecting. There's a few cells we want to collect, but then we also, this is like the quickest level to get a lot of orbs. You'll see me, I'm just collecting buttloads of orbs as I go through, and a few scout flies. And the cells that we get in here are really quick. There is more, but they're more slow and they're locked behind cutscenes and stuff. So I'm just gonna collect some scout flies, collect some orbs, and then make our way out. You will see more cutscene skips like the one I just did. They're all a little bit different, so they're really cool to see. So this is one of the cells we're gonna get. Now next up, the next cell you're gonna see is I'm gonna try and get plants. So I basically need to get green eco. We're going to skip that scout fly. I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. We're going to get this green eco, and we're going to try and cure all these plants in one cycle. I'm going to try and go around and get them all without having to go and refresh my green eco, which is in a little timer, as you will see on the right of the screen. I think I've already messed it up and missed a plant, but maybe I'll be lucky. Yeah, I missed just one, which is very sad. If I hadn't missed that one, I would have gotten a 1 cycle. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be a nice little quick 2 cycle. You can't have everything in life. You've just got to accept. You've got to accept a 2 cycle every now and then. So that's going to spawn this nice big plant that's going to give us a lovely power cell. And yeah, that's Precursor Basin basically. That was a nice quick fun level. I assume I'm on the right amount of orbs. I am. I need to start looking at that. So I'm going to grab this last orb crate, and then I'm going to hold hub and then pause just before that scout fly. And that allows us to skip the cell cutscene, but then because we've got autosave on, it still saves the game. So we skip a cutscene and we can just load straight out of the level. I completely missed the blue eco that I need there, so we're going to roll jump back.
Skillful dodge.
Yeah, there's a orb vent here that I need to get so that I can buy 2 more oracle cells. This is the last kind of point in the run where I'll be like really focused on my orb count, because we have like 5 more levels and we only need another 240 orbs. So I'll like still be collecting the orbs, but I don't really need to focus on it. I'll just be collecting them just through muscle memory almost. So yes, this is Hub 2. This is Rock Village. Obviously, I missed that when I was explaining the cutscene skip. There's another 3 levels in here, which are the next 2 are 2 of the harder levels that you'll see in the run, just because one of them wants to kill you and the other one is quite new to me. So we're going to do a quick boosted over here to get towards the next level, which is LPC, the Lost Precursor City. So up on the right there, you'll see is the hut. And the camera in this game is physical, so if that camera goes anywhere near the hut, it will start the cutscene that I was talking about. So I'm just going to, as we move along these pontoons, I'm going to move my camera to the left just to avoid that hut, which we don't want to do. This is a cool skip here. If I wait and then jump a couple times and then spin, I'm not going to do it, so I'm not going to explain it. If I had waited a little bit longer on some of my jumps there, I would have died and spawned at the bottom of this elevator shaft. Unfortunately, my jumps were a little bit too close together. So I'm going to do a little uppercut here that allows me to get up to this height. And then this is LPC. LPC has so much things in it that want you to just die. There's electrified water, there's tons of enemies, there's hot pipes. So yeah, so we're just going to get in and get out as soon as we can with as much cells as we can. This is one of the few levels in the game where we skip the scout flies. It's mainly because of those 2 you can see there. You have to basically hit this button and then it will like do a little cutscene and it likes these pipes spit it out. It takes a while, so we don't want to do that. So we're just going to get the cells. We're going to skip these scout flies. These are on a timer as well, so if I wait too long before I get up to the top, it will suck it back up and I have to hit the button again. But we're speedrunners, so we're fast, so we're just going to get it and we don't have to worry about a ticking clock. So this LPC, if you do it well, like if you have a good LPC, it can be one of like the more fun levels in the game for you. But if it goes bad, it's just like ugh. Because there's a lot of cool little there's a lot of cool tricks in this level that you're about to see. So this is puzzles. This is puzzle room. Basically, there's a lot of platforms, and you need to step on these platforms, which light them up, and then if you step on them again, they go off, and you need to light them all up. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use the momentum that we get from jumping on that platform to go out of bounds. And then we're going to go in here and just miss the cell, but eventually we get it. And then that lets us, that's called puzzle skip. We skip the puzzle. So then we're going to quickly load out, because I'm on 2 health, so I can't just instantly die. And that takes us back to this checkpoint. You're going to see a lot of checkpoint abuse throughout the game, just because it's really quick. Because there's a lot of levels that only have like 1 or 2 or like some, or like just like really spaced out checkpoints, so they're really good to like get around the level. So this is piggyback skip. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a high jump onto him, get a piggyback. I'm going to do a high jump out here to get out of bounds. I'm going to do a quick little jumps and some spins. Then I'm going to jump a couple of times to get onto this platform. I'm going to miss it, and I'm going to do it again. And then this boosted here lets us basically skip a big sort of like, what would you call it?
A climb?
Yeah, it's a big climb that we have to
Descent,
do
yeah.
out of this like silo. So we basically just skipped that. We're going to do another boosted here, and I'm going to mess it up, because of course I am, because I've said that I was going to do it. That's been the theme of this run. So we're just going to do the casual strats now, which is just raising these platforms, which again is on a timer, but we don't care about timers. So yeah, that's one of the things that can go wrong. Like I said, everything wants to kill you. If you just mess up one boosted, you fall into electrified water. And the problem is with puzzle skip and with piggyback skip is that if you do it, you have to take damage to do it correctly. So yeah, so damage is just one of these things in this level that can really come and bite you if you take damage in a place where you're not supposed to. This is a quick, nice and easy little slide we go down here. Fun fact, if you hold forward, you go faster. Who knew? We need to, these little blue eco switches, which we need to open that, which allows us to get out of LPC later on. But first, we're going to do another cool little out of bounds up here. If we get a good cycle, we did get a good cycle. Basically, we're going to use this to propel ourselves up. We're going to not go out of bounds. We're going to wait. We're going to lose health again. We're going to get out of bounds. There we go. We're going to fall down. This is the thing that we'd have to climb out of to get the last cell, but I'm going to HUD buffer that cell again to skip a cutscene. We're going to load back up. And because we went out of bounds and went down, we missed the checkpoint at the bottom, and we spawn right all the way back up at the top, and we can just easily take this platform out. Yeah. So next up, we have Boggy Swamp. Now, I am going to call this the new Boggy Swamp route. This is not a new route. I am just lazy and stubborn and refuse to learn new stuff until I absolutely have to. So when I got this run in, I was like, oh, I suppose I better, like, you know, learn the most up-to-date route. Yeah, so this is a new route for me, but it's not a new route for anybody who runs this game. So it's quite a fun route. It's got a lot of cool out of bounds and cool tricks. I'm surprised I didn't learn it quicker because I've actually really enjoyed learning it. And yeah, it's allowed me to shave a lot of time off of my runs. So we're going to get this last scout find Rock Village. Don't worry, we will come back from that cell. It's just slow to go and get it. So basically, one of the fun things about Boggy Swamp is that the ending of the level is just up there, and we can basically just roll jump over to it, and then we're doing Boggy Swamp backwards, which is quite fun. Another thing about Boggy is everything wants to hurt you, much like LPC. All that tar that will hurt you if you hit it. There's Dark Eco crates. Dark Eco is a type of eco that wants to that will cause you damage. The yellow eco that you're seeing, that is like allows me to fire projectiles, which is really cool. So you'll see me use it to kill enemies and to break these boulders that are holding up a blimp. We're going to do a quick boosted over to this platform, and this is the first out of bounds you're going to see. I'm going to crawl into this corner, take damage, and then go underneath here, and we're going to jump out. So now we're out of bounds. There's a little like sort of area on the right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly walk over. I'm going to mess it up, but it's fine. We didn't die. We're going to get it, and we're going to go underneath. That's a lot harder than it looks, actually. We did an uppercut, and we went underneath the wall, and it's quite scary to do because if you go too early, you can basically either just not do it. You just basically punch into a wall, or you can bonk and just like fall into the void. And if you're too late, you just fall down into the void, and you have to go all the way back because the checkpoint is right at the start. We haven't got any checkpoints yet in this level. So this is Flutflut that I mentioned earlier. He's really integral to some of the strats in here. We're gonna mess that up. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna jump up this wall, ground pound into it, and not get it because I got that frog stuck me with his tongue. Okay, here we go. This should be it. Yeah, we're gonna ground pound off that wall and skip a whole platforming section up onto this cell, which is quite fun. And now we're going to try and do another out of bounds here. This is quite difficult. So basically, I'm going to use this little ledge here to propel myself up, and then we should get out of bounds. Yes, first try. Very nice. We're out of bounds now. This will show you how how bad my PS2 is, how long those crates just took to load in. So yes, now we have Flutflut. We shouldn't have Flutflut here. He's kind of locked in that area that we were just in that has that platforming. But because we did this out of bounds, which I got first try, by the way,
Nice.
just pointing that out, we can now use him all in Boggy. So we're going to jump off these crates, do another out of bounds, which is fun. Get over to this area here to get the last tether. And yeah, that's been Boggy Swamp. Fun fact. That is the first time I have done the new Boggy without dying once.
Let's go. That was so clean.
Save it for marathons, honestly. Save the best for marathons. That's what I've always said. So I am going to die here, though, because we're doing Boggy backwards, if you hit certain areas, the checkpoints you get are actually like towards the start of the level, which to us is actually the end. So I'm just going to die here, which will put us back to the start of Boggy, which is where we want to be, and then we get the cell, and then we're Dog and Boggy.
Woo. Woo.
Oh, that was stressful. Oh my god. All right, so next up, we have the next boss of the game, which is Claw. But Claw's boss fight, it's quite long.
It's a pretty lengthy boss fight.
It's a pretty lengthy boss fight. We're going to skip this boulder here by just doing a quick little uppercut over to this gap, and we're going to mess it up, because of course we have. And we're going to try it again, and we're going to pretend that it never happened. So we're going to come over to this boulder here. We don't want to like this boulder, so we're going to do a quick uppercut over to this little standpoint. We're going to jump up. See, always get it second try. That's a fun little standpoint that you can get just to skip the boulder. So this is Claw. We're going to get this. We're going to watch this cutscene. Which is going to basically, the way that the level loading in this game works, we're going to store Mountain Pass as a level because we watched a cutscene. But we're not going to go into Mountain Pass. We're going to run away. And we're going to go all the way back to Boggy Swamp. And one of the other ways that you store levels in this game, you store levels by either watching cutscenes or dying, is by having an idle deload animation start, which is basically when you haven't touched anything for 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold... Oh, no. I'm going to hold X, and we're not going to do anything for 30 seconds. It's very entertaining gameplay. And basically what that's going to do is that's going to start our idle deload, which will start to store the level. But because I've got a button held, it's going to instantly cancel that. It's going to want to reload the level that it's got stored. But because that's Mountain Pass, Boggy is going to deload. It's going to disappear. And when that happens, we're going to fall into the void. And when we die, it's going to want to put us in Mountain Pass to the closest checkpoint that we are to. And standing on this rock, that checkpoint is behind Claw. So we wait 3 seconds. I'm going to wait 4 because of how old my PS2 is. All right, we're going to unpause. Jack will die. And if we've done this right, we load behind Claw in Mountain Pass and we've skipped the boss, which is fun.
Really nice, yeah. That fight is really, really long.
It's long, yeah.
There are 2 methods to skip it. One of them is just completely just a flip of the coin random.
Yeah,
it's actually just rolling a dice just over and over again and expecting the same result. But that deload is so nice. It's just so easy to do.
It's really, it looks difficult, but there's nothing really to it. You're just holding a button. That's literally it. But don't tell anybody that. Tell them that it's difficult and we're actually really skilled.
Yeah.
So this is Mountain Pass. This is the next sort of connector level. Again, we're just going to collect as much orbs as we can, and we're going to collect all the scout flies. We're in the middle of a race between these flying lurkers. And one of the annoying things about this race is the game doesn't lose you the race if they beat you. It just judges by how far away you are. So if we get too far in front of the flying lurkers, we will lose the race. So we want to go fast, but we don't want to go too fast because we will just lose the race. So we're going to get this last scout fly here. One of the fun fact, in the PAL copy, when you're on a zoomer, you keep blue eco after a power cell cutscene, but you don't on any other copy of the game. It's only on PAL. So you might think we're done with Mountain Pass, but we're not. We are going to go back on foot because there is a cell in the middle of Mountain Pass that can only be obtained casually after we have opened yellow eco vents throughout the game. But that would be backtracking, and backtracking is slow. And we don't like slow things. We're speedrunners.
What happened there?
I don't know. I think 5 a.m. things happened, I think. I just roll jumped into the void for no reason. I don't know why why he did that. That was fun.
It is bright outside.
Is it bright? Is it sunny? That's good.
Oh no. That means I've been up for far too long.
I have been up for 21 hours now, which is fun. So yeah, so we don't want to backtrack into a level, so we're going to try and get it without having to get the yellow eco. And one of the ways we can do that is there's a little wall here. And you don't need blue eco to do this, but I find it easier with the timing. If I do a high jump and then spin at a certain point, I can get to the top of this ledge and we get the cell.
Nice.
So that skipped a lot of backtracking that we would have to do going into Hub 3 and then coming back, which is just super slow. So coming up now, we have the next cutscene skip in the game. This is the Red Sage cutscene skip. It's slightly different because there won't be a bubble around it because we're going to... Basically what we're going to do is we're going to uppercut into this cell. That skips us going all the way around to the door. We're going to pause buffer. We're going to go out the... we failed it. Oh, that's annoying. So yeah, so this is really tight. If you bonk, you're going to basically miss it. So what we want to do is we want to pause buffer, hit the button, and then in in the buffer that we have, we want to get outside of the hut and die. And basically the game thinks that we have watched the cutscene, so it skips it, and there's no bubble because according to the game we've watched the cutscene. So I'm just gonna. There we go. We got it there. That's nice. That's really hard when you're new to the game because the doorway is a lot smaller than you think, and you've got to punch out of it, and you don't have a lot of time, and you can panic and stuff. So we are now in Hub 3. There's 2 levels here, plus the volcanic crater that we're in. This is Spider Cave. These are 2 of the what just happened? This is Spider Cave. These are 2 of the hardest levels in the game. Just through like the strats and the if you die, you lose a lot more time than you would in other levels. So Spider Cave, shockingly, has lots of spiders in it that are quite irksome, and we want to get rid of them. So this is so we need to destroy these crystals that you'll see. Annoyingly loud crystals. There's a few of them that we need to get. This is a quick checkpoint, little skip. If we move the camera around, we get the... Oh, we don't. So yeah, so basically if we roll jump into the eco here and then move the camera around, we should get the next checkpoint, which allows us to skip a little bit of time. Yeah, there we go. Now we're in Robot Room. There's a really tricky boosted that's the fastest strat in this room. I don't do it because... like I said before, I don't like learning new things, and I'm very stubborn. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do this cool little quad jump. I'm going to do a high jump and then use yellow eco to gain a little bit extra height so I can get up there. That's fun. And then we're going to mess it up there, but it's fine because I can just high jump here. I don't actually need the eco, although it looks like I do because I'm failing at it. There we go. We're going to get this scout flight, and then I'm going to do a quick boosted over here, which skips a lot of the platforming that you would normally have to do in Robot Room if you were going to do it casually. Yeah, because there's 2 cells here which are really good to get. We're going to skip that last pole. The poles in this game, you basically spin around and you jump, but they're quite slow. So if you can skip them, you want to skip them. We're going to do a quick boosted. This is the opposite direction of the tough boosted that I don't like doing. It's a lot easier because if you're going from where we are now back over there, it's like higher you've got to get to, and it's a lot of work. So we're going to just throw Jak off into the void because we don't like him. No, I'm just joking. We just want to get back to this checkpoint. And now this is Spider Cave.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's lots of little baby spiders in this game, in this cave, that we want to avoid because they're mean. And we're just going to get this little cell at the end of Spider Cave. There's little caves in Spider Cave that I like to call Spider Caves. But I'm not going to say that again because that's just annoying. So we're gonna fly out of here. We're gonna come back into where we were before. The reason I killed that big spider at the start of here is because he's like right in the way as you're coming out, and it costs you a little bit of time, but it causes me a lot less stress, so I do it. Why game? Why are you doing these things to me? So we're going to make our way now over to Dark Cave. This is quite fun because there's some cool little strats here we can do with the yellow eco. We're going to hit this. You can hear the eco crystals getting exploded. And there's one in this little pool that you can see right in front. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a high jump over there, and that's going to auto-lock onto that eco crystal so we don't have to go all the way in. This is Dark Cave. There's these little crystals that we hit to illuminate the cave. And there's some fun movement as we make our way through. And down here is the last crystal. So I'm just going to make our way through Dark Cave and then finish up Spider Cave. So if you have any messages, now's a really lovely time.
Absolutely, yes. So I want to give people perhaps a little bit more incentivization to perhaps loosen their pockets. Because if you are to donate a minimum of $5, then you will be put in the running not only to change the course of our current bid against Save or Kill the Animals in Super Metroid, but you will also be in the running to win an Iron Brew A5 notebook and pen, a Rubicon beach towel. Bump it up to $10 and it could include a Galaxian mirror panel, a Curse of Monkey Island mirror panel, an Iron Brew polo shirt, socks, and canvas bag. And if you bump it all the way up to $25, I don't know why I'm doing this like I'm a game show host. but,
Do
you
it.
know, we've started, so
It's
we'll
great.
finish.
Yeah, keep going.
And if you bump it all the way up to $25, then you will be in the running for either an Iron Brew Endura women's full zip road jersey, size L, or a Rubicon Endura S/S full zip road jersey, size M. What even is happening anymore?
Words.
Words.
Those are certainly a collection of words that we said.
We? Who's
Oh, it's all you, buddy.
I think I've just developed a second personality. His name's Skenmy. How are you? Hello. Yes. All right, back to the run. Take it away.
So that was a cool little quad jump you saw me do there. I basically jump twice, fire yellow eco, and then spin, which allows me to get really high. This is basically this whole platforming section that we're skipping by doing that. Where am I? Oh, here we are. So basically, I need to keep yellow eco here because there is a secret cell. I'm not going to tell you where it is. But if I fire yellow eco here, it all locks onto it. It breaks a crate that has a cell in it, and we have it. That was a good spider cave. That went well. I feel like that went well.
Yeah,
that was
that
a
was
good.
really, really nice.
As spider caves go, that was. Thank you very much, everybody. That was a pretty decent spider cave. So this is the last like big level in the game that we don't like completely skip. This is Snowy. Now, Snowy is a lot of people's favorites, but those people are crazy because it's very hard. We use Flop for a large part of it. We get him out of bounds again, and we use him for a large part of the level. But it's very easy to die on Flop. And if you die on Flop, you have to make a decision. You have to either work out whether or not it's going to be quicker to go back, all the way back to where Flop spawns, get him, and then continue with the level, or just to continue doing the level on foot. And it's quite a hard thing to work out what's going to be slower, what's going to be faster. So yes, these are these buffers that we need to get onto. There's these little force fields around them, which means you have to like jump on top or they'll knock you back. They're a lot easier to do on Flop, a lot quicker to do on Flop. You see there, it just knocks you back if you don't get exactly on top of it. This is red eco. This basically allows Jak to hit stronger. So he can kill more enemies with ground pounds, and he can break certain things. Like this guy here's shield. This is a drilling lurker. We're basically going to break his shield, kill him. There's 3 of them. If we kill all 3, we get a cell. We're going to do a cool little boosted here on top of our scout fly. That's fun to do. We're going to make our way over to the next lurker that we need to kill. So another way you can get them to jump down is just by killing all the enemies around them, or you can jump on top of their drill. Jumping on top of their drill is quite dangerous because you can lose health really easy, and like I said, we don't want to die in this level. We're going to do a quick little skip here. We're going to mess it up, because of course we have. So basically I want to slowly walk off and punch, and this allows us to get underneath a wall, which is really nice. So that skips like a big, large, like flat section where you have to jump between platforms, but I've just been able to just duck underneath a wall and skip it. This allows us to open this little fortress here that we have. This is going well. I think this is going well. Thank you for commentating with me. Thank you for staying up till it's 5:45 in the morning. It's ridiculous.
Hey, I'm enjoying my time, you know.
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. We're all enjoying it. We're all having a great time.
Yeah.
So this is another little skip here. We're going to fail it because, of course, we have. That's been the theme of this run, is failing everything the first time. So we're going to do a quick little uppercut here, which allows us to grab on. That's another platforming section that we've skipped. This is the yellow eco switch, and if I can just time this right, there's a 3-frame little skip I can do here. Oh, I was just a little too early there. It basically shoots us through the roof. So I'm basically going to have to do like a slightly slower strat, which is just... This isn't a wall, this is just a staircase that I can just jump up. And then if I go into goggles and then uppercut, I can make my way through the roof, which is nice. How mean.
That guy was just so mean to you.
So mean to me. Because I took damage there, I'm actually going to... There's Flop. Hello, Flop. I'm just going to kill myself. That was basically just because I want to have full health, and the checkpoint was right behind me there, so that was just a quick way. So we just jumped around an invisible wall there. Amazing, because that's how good Flop is. So we're not supposed to have Flop right now. It's so cool. We've just got him, and it basically allows us to break a lot of crates that we normally need yellow eco for. So we don't need the yellow eco now because Flop is so cool. He can break crates. He can run around the place. and just make our lives a lot easier and make our lives a lot quicker. He can jump on these really easily. He doesn't if you ground pound onto the ice, he basically stops. Okay. If you ground pound onto the ice and don't hold anything, it basically doesn't, you won't go slippy. Slippy, is that? Yeah, the ice physics don't happen. So we're going to get the last little drilling guy here. Yeah, see, he took us damage there because we were on top. So that's going to spawn a cell for us, which we're going to grab. Another cool thing about having Flut is that his the power cell cutscenes while we're on him are shorter than when we're on foot with Jak. So that's another good reason to have him. We're going to quickly jump down here. Jump onto this. Oh, we're not. Okay. Oh, I'm on 1 health. This is This is fun. This is fun times. And by fun times, I mean I'm currently very, very stressed. So this is the fortress we had to unlock earlier. We're going to get a few little things in here. Yeah, we made it on top of there. That's quite difficult for me. I don't know why. If we're lucky, we're going to be able to skip the cell cutscene. No, we're not. If you manage to get high enough and move the camera around, you can skip that cell cutscene by deloading it before you land on top of it. We're going to get these 3 orb vents here, which should be the last orbs we need. We're a little bit under-orbed, actually, which is like, oh no, we're just about right. I'm just going to collect a few more than I normally would, just to make sure we don't mess up. Coming up is the scariest thing on Flut. It's this little platform that you can see just there. There's no barriers or anything, and it's all ice. And it's got these buffers that knock you back if you hit them. So we managed to survive, which is quite scary. That was the last buffer. So we're going to get this cell. I just lost game audio, by the way. Oh, no, we got it back. It's fine. Hey, tech issue averted. I don't know what I did, but I saved the run. We're going to... There's this little cave here. It's got lots of enemies, but we're going to use Flut to get stuck in the wall for some reason, and then we're going to get out. There's basically there what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use Red Eco to kill all of those enemies really quickly, but with Flut we can just get past them. How much... Oh, I nearly died. How much orbs do I have? I'm fine. I think I've got... Yeah, no, I've got enough. So we're going to get the last Scout Fly here. The last Scout Fly in Snowy. I once forgot to get that and left Snowy, and it was really sad. So you might have seen that we used a gondola on the way up here, and it had this cutscene, and that's a long cutscene. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip it. Basically, we're going to jump. Oh.
Unfortunate.
That's so unfortunate. So basically, you can skip that. I haven't failed that in so long. You can basically skip that gondola cutscene by just dodging the gondola. The volcanic crater you can just get to by jumping off, but there's a death plane. With Flut, you can jump far enough out that you skip the death plane, and then as you come in, you hit the checkpoint plane, which allows you to just drop into volcanic crater, and you can run around volcanic crater on Flut, which is really fast. Unfortunately, there I fluttered a little bit too long, which caused me to hit the death plane. So that's fine. I mean, you know, we only lose a little bit of time. It's just a cool little trick. It does save time, but it's almost just cool to see. I'm going to grab these. I don't know why I'm doing that. We're going to grab this Scout Fly here. There's miners down there that you can buy cells from, but we don't need to buy those. We can just buy this last Oracle cell. We're going to spin here so we don't die. And yeah, so that was Snowy. That's the last big level of the game. We just need to get these 2 cells, the last Scout Fly cell, and then we're on 72. We're on our way to the end. And oh, look, I think we might finish underestimate. Touch wood. Touch wood, perhaps. So yeah, so I actually finished exactly on 240 orbs, which is ridiculously lucky. I was slightly under-orbed as I was leaving the fortress, where they had that 3 orb vents, and I was a bit worried, but no, we managed to get enough.
Yeah, we made it work.
We made it.
You also avoided that crash you kept getting earlier.
I did, yeah. I crashed twice in here earlier because I was on Flut, and I think I was getting too close to another level. What Scout Fly have I missed in... I think I know which one I skipped, which is... No, wait, I got that one. Oh, I know which one I missed. Ignore me. Let's just pretend that this isn't happening. I just got too excited that we were going to see Oracle that I forgot to get this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good one to miss. There's a much worse one that I do sometimes miss, which is right at the start of Volcanic Crater. I got really worried there that was going to cost me a lot of time. But it didn't. So that is the last cell that we need. We have hit 72 cells, as you can see on the top there. I'm going to make my way slowly across here so I don't die. Just do a few little uppercuts to make our way across. These little tracks can be really finicky to get across. But we're going to make our way into Lava Tube, which is the last connector level. It connects Hub 3 to Citadel, which is the final level in the game. It's another Zuma level. So we've got a quick cutscene here if you have any messages you would like to put across to our ears.
Yes, indeed, I can do so. So, of course, we're not just here to win prizes and decide.
What? But I want prizes.
Okay, something later.
Okay.
But we're not just here for that. We are also here because we are raising money in support of Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. 90% of your donations will go towards supporting Crisis, and 10% will go towards UKSG's future events. Thank you very much to everyone who's contributed so far, or everyone who is just in chat, hanging around, and bumping up the numbers. It helps so much more than you can know, and we appreciate every single one of you. With that, Tombo, take us home.
Thank you. So this is Lava Tube. So now we don't need to collect anything. We've done everything we need to do. There are orbs and scout flies and cells, but we don't actually need them. So you're not going to see me actually try and collect them. I'll just accidentally collect them. So we're going to get some blue eco. One of the things I didn't mention when we were in Fire Canyon, and it's the same here, is that being on this flooring, like this lava, heats the zoomer up, which is the little gauge you'll see in the bottom left corner of the screen. If that... Oh my god, I missed an orange. Oh my god. Come back. I'm trying to keep the blue eco that I have, which you need to do by holding on to the accelerator, which makes it quite hard to turn. So yeah, so the little gauge in the bottom left is how hot the zoomer is getting. If it gets too high, the zoomer will explode. So there's a few ways that we can cool down the zoomer. One of them is by riding on these rails, and the other one is those big balloons that those big blue balloons, that you'll see me collect. They're cooling balloons. They'll cool Jak down. So if you hear him beeping, if you hear the zoomer beeping, that means we're very close to exploding, which is less than optimal in a speedrun.
Happy birthday to Cooling Balloon, aka Jazzberry.
Is it his birthday?
Yesterday, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's still today, right? Is
Today for us.
It's today for us. We haven't been to sleep yet, so it's still yesterday. It's tomorrow for all of you. Well, it's today for all. Let's just not go there. So we don't want to collect yellow eco here because basically yellow eco stops us from being able to punch, which is fast movement. So we're going to want to dodge that, but we don't, because why would we want to do what we want to do?
Yeah.
So this is the entrance to Citadel. This has another cutscene when we hit the button for the portal, but like in the last cutscene skip, I'm going to pause buffer, hit the button, and die. That's a lot easier than the last one because the lava is so much closer. And then we're going to go into Citadel. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do Citadel skip. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this door. I'm going to pause buffer. I'm going to roll, die, unpause, and spawn right at the top of Citadel, and I've completely skipped the level.
Ooh.
Woohoo! It's so difficult. How good am I? Yeah, that's basically it. The game just doesn't know where to put you, and the checkpoint, it puts you at the top, which is the ending of the level. So we've just skipped a whole... there's normally like 4 power cells that we need to get there and a lot of platform. We don't want to do it because it's slow. So we're going straight to Final Boss. This Final Boss is this Precursor robot. I haven't explained any of the story to you this game. You don't need to know the story of this game. You just need to know it's a fun platforming game. So we're going to basically shoot this robot 5 times in the face. If I jump and spin here, I skip a cutscene. Don't ask me how I skipped that cutscene. I just did. So if I wait here, I'm going to try and do a 1 frame. I missed it. So basically, if you jump and then a certain amount of frames later press spin, you will do like a much shorter jump. And it saves time. So there's 3 of those possibilities to do in this run. I want to get 3 out of 3, but we're currently 0 for 1, but we will get 1. I hope we get 1. I got 1 earlier in practice, so hopefully I get 1 more. So this is the first phase of this boss. It spawns these little, these big monsters. That I'm just going to use this yellow eco just to kill. And then that's a little all dead, so we're going to get this blue eco. I just need to wait. I missed it. It is hard. It's a 1-frame trick. Those are difficult.
It is called 1 frame.
It is literally just a 1 frame. So second phase here, he's going to shoot out these little red orbs that basically become these little red discs that will damage us. So we just need to hit his arm here a couple of times just to break his arm, and then we move on to the next phase. 0 for 3. Well, you can't have everything. One of the cool things you can do in this little final boss is a little cool thing. Is if you grab this health and then zoom in, it will like, if you did it earlier, it flies the camera back and the health respawns, so you can have unlimited health, which is really good if you're new to this game. You just have unlimited health for the entire final boss. So we're just going to hit this guy's arm a few more times, and then that's it. We have defeated the boss. So we're going to have this white eco is going to spawn, and the run will end when we hit that white eco. But there's a short cutscene, so I'm going to use this cutscene to do my shout-outs. Shout out to everybody at UKSG for having me. I love this event so much. This is my 4th event, my 3rd run. I'll never stop coming back here. Everybody here is amazing. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to Sly Sonic for helping me out, commentating. I have spoken a lot during this run because I'm nervous. Yeah. So I haven't had a lot. You haven't had a lot of time to get in, but you have helped me out superbly by staying up with me. So thank you. Shout out to the PlayStation Nation. My true love is the PlayStation Nation. These people inspire me and help me all the time, and I love them so much. Yeah, shout outs to everybody else. Shout out to the Jak and Daxter community. You guys are amazing. The best speedrunning community that I've ever been a part of, and I love you all. Time ends when I hit this white. Oh, it's the worst spawn ever. And time! That has been Jak and Daxter, no LTS. I hope you've enjoyed it. I can't think, is there anybody else I should shout out? Jak and Daxter, you guys are community, you guys are great. PlayStation Nation, you guys are great. UKSG. Yeah. Gaming. I think we have done it. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I have been up for 22 hours. I need sleep. Yay for sleep. Yes, sleep.
Yeah. Look how bright it is outside.
Oh my god.
All right. Thank you very much indeed, Tombo and Sly Sonic, for bringing this absolutely fantastic run. I just spotted something that's come through. Yes, that has. So, from Ickety Ackety Oop, we have $25, and they say, cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
That has gone towards our contended goal, save or kill the animals in Super Metroid. Save the animals.
Save the animals.
Woo!
No, save them. I vote save them.
You've changed your tune. All right, we'll be going into our quick intermission here as we get set up for that very run. Do not go anywhere.
Bye.